First step to making an accessible PowerPoint is to use a default slide deck or theme. The reason for this is because it has most of the accessibility elements built into the theme and it doesn't require any extra work from us. So let's start with a brand new PowerPoint. I'm going to go to File, New, Blank Presentation. And what I have here is the ability to add a title and a subtitle. Pretty easy so far, right? When we begin to look at accessibility, it's important for us not to add certain types of content. The more content we add to a PowerPoint, the more easily inaccessible it is. So the best thing that we can do is really stick to the theme. I'm going to add a new slide to this file and then press this layout button. The layout option here really helps us keep all of our content in an accessible manner. Now, let's say I want things to look a little bit better. I'm going to select the Design tab, and then let's select a pre-built, this one looks nice, Wisp. And when I do this, it adds a lot of visual formatting. And it adds other elements like lists in here. And it gives us the ability to upload charts, tables. Let's insert a picture. I'm gonna add in this math equation image that I have. And what we can do is just place it where it belongs in the slide design theme. Now, the reason this is super important is because if we start doing things like insert text box, and I place this content here, and I say something like, this is the most important content on this page. There is an exam on this content. Do not miss. And I put it down here at the bottom of the screen. We could even do some other things, make it bold or even larger font, okay? So visually, this content makes sense. But if I go to View, Outline View, what do we notice is missing? Only the most important text box. So when you use content that is outside your slide design theme, that content is not communicated the same way with assistive technology. In fact, the best method to actually get this to appear would be to go into our slide design master. If I select the View tab and then select Slide Master, this gives me a breakdown of all of the different current slides that are in this slide deck. So I had made an edit to the to comparison, which is this one here. So if I really wanted to add some content in here and I insert a placeholder for some text instead, we'll just add it right there. And we can paste some of my content in that spot. When I go back to our View Normal and I create a new slide, based on that new master, we can have the content appear in the correct spot. So by adjusting the slide master and going to View, Outline View, we can now see that important content in our outline view. So the more that you can stick to a predetermined slide theme, the more accessible your content is going to be.